Welcome back to day 11 of the Subbeuro Football Championships. Well, it seems to be business as usual for the Three Lions as they need at least a point to secure second place in the group. We join Clive and Martin at Wembley to find out how they fared.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wembley, where we are here for this final fixture within Group D here. Czech Republic taking on the mighty England. England with a little bit of a ropey start in the tournament so far. A loss and a win, putting them in need of a result here. I'm hoping at some point to be joined by my co-commentator, Martin Bannon. Oh, here he is. Martin, good of you to join us.
Bit of a mishap, Clive.
Pray do tell.
First time in London.
Well, I mean...
Lost on the Circle line.
Circle line? You mean on the tube?
So I'm told, Clive.
Right. Well, you're with us now. Can I get you a drink or something, Martin?
Got a bottle of dandelion and burdock in the bag.
Right, well... Oh, Martin! Good Lord, what have you done?
I'm covered in suds.
Well, that's my notes ruined for the game. Well, I mean, we're going to have to somewhat ad-lib here, Martin. Apologies, viewers, the quality of commentary may not be up to its usual standard today.
I am filled with shame.
As you should be. Let's dive in. Well, this is an England midfielder here, passing forward towards another player. This player darts. Oh, Martin, what a finish that was, eh?
Well, that's what they say about that player. He's quite the player.
Yes, we're just overhearing from the Spanish commentary team here. Sounds like this player is Jadon Sancho. That's the young man who has scored for England. This is one of the taller England players. Oh, my goodness gracious me, Martin.
Mephistopheles stalks the earth, Clive, and his name is... Czech defender.
Absolutely. Well, I believe it's Harry Kane who's being fouled there, and we can see him lining up to take the resulting penalty. Drama here. Oh, beautiful work, eh, Martin?
Sensational.
Absolutely textbook finish there. Back of the net. This is Souček moving forward here for the Czech Republic. Wow, what a finish, eh, Martin? Souček.
Yeah, a woman used to work on the tills at Iceland called Souček near me, Clive. Hell of a girth on the girl.
Well, that's nice to hear, Martin. This is Jankto here taking the corner for the Czech Republic. And, oh, what a finish there from Solutska. Well, he's levelled it here at the death. I say at the death, it's only 53 minutes in, Martin, but he's levelled it here for the Czech Republic. Thoughts on that, eh? Martin? Oh, well, bit of confusion here. I think Martin did genuinely think that the game had ended. I can see him at the bar. Well, let's see how the second half finishes off here.
7 deep at the bar, Clive, but I've persevered. There you go, chap.
Right, what is this? You've got me here, Martin.
Well, there's a nip in the air, so I got you a lovely pint of mulled wine.
I'm very festive. It is June though, Martin. It's actually about 28 degrees here. Not really the drink of choice. Right. Well, a tied game here in the end. England 2, Czech Republic 2.
With me again this evening, friend of the show, Mr. Michael Cohen. Well, Michael, what can you say about a game like that? An absolute nail-biter by the end.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be able to give up that bad habit thanks to a bitter-tasting nail polish recommended to me by my cousin. But seriously, it was an unbelievable game, and we were very lucky to hold on at the end. Having said that, I think Trent and Jadon on the right-hand side really kept that group together tonight.
Would you say the England defence came into the second half a little bit complacent with that 2-goal lead?
That's not for me to say, Barry. The terms and conditions of my property investment portfolio forbid me from passing any negative comment on defensive-minded players in the English national team. Might I suggest to you, Barry, that you speak to my lawyer prior to my next appearance on this show to ensure we do not have a similar situation?
Okay, well, with that scrappy point, it looks like England will finish second in the group and will face Poland in the round of 16. Next up, we're at the Puskás Arena in Budapest, where we see two relative heavyweights, Portugal and France, battle it out for second place in Group F.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's bonjour and hola from the Puskás Arena here in Budapest for this final group stages game here in Group F between Portugal and France. Well, in honour of our location, myself and Martin have been asking you to get in touch and tell us about which is your favourite side of the Danube. Is it the Buda or the Pest? What have we had through, Martin, so far?
Well, we've got a little message here from Desmond in Croydon. He says that ever since he went on a gap year to Nepal, he's been a fan of Buda.
Right, I think here Desmond might have crossed his wires a little there. I've got a text here. This is from Steve in Norwich. Simply says, rats. Well, let's see how both teams got on here. Well, this is Mendy. Passes it through to Pavard for France. He's looking to find Mbappe in a bit of space here. This is Mbappe on the ball. Oh, he's still going. Oh, Martin, what a finish just over the line there. What do you make of that, eh?
Joan of Arc.
Couldn't agree more, Martin. This is Anthony Griezmann here, coming down the right-hand side for France, hoping to find Mbappe in the centre. Mbappe always reminds me of that Hanson song, Mbop. Do you remember that one, Martin?
Don't get me started, Clive. Beautiful ladies in that group used to get me quite hot under the collar.
Right, well, Mbappe has scored. Very nice little finish there. This is Fernandes here for Portugal. Gets it across towards Bernardo Silva.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, beautiful work there, Martin. What do you make of that from Silva?
Interesting fact, Silva actually means wood in Latin, meaning wooded area.
Fascinating as always, Martin. Well, this is Silva again on the ball. This is in the 89th minute. He's darting forward through the French defence. Oh, what on earth is going on here? Oh, my goodness gracious me. He has clinched it at death. Well, he may be called Silva, but he is the golden boy of Portugal tonight. Incredible stuff, Martin.
Incroyable.
Absolutamente. Things have ended here. Portugal 2, France 2.
Well, a fantastic comeback from the Portuguese there. That goal in the 89th minute, clinching a point from the game. The French may be asking themselves questions, though, after only securing one win in the groups, despite having perhaps the strongest side on paper. What are your thoughts on that, Michael?
Well, I think that's one of the problems, Barry. A lot of people have been talking about this French side being good on paper. But when the game, as it is nowadays, is played on a grass pitch, that just seems like a foolish training strategy to me. Get them training on some grass. Get them used to it. It's a very different game on grass compared to paper. It could really improve their game.
Yes, perhaps. Touching scenes as well, with a clearly emotional Ronaldo acting as water boy for his country.
I'm not surprised he was emotional, to be honest with you, Barry. I thought it was an absolute disgrace, making him work as a water boy when he's injured like that. I think the Portuguese management should be ashamed of themselves. This sort of penny pinching needs to stop.
Sharp analysis as ever there, Michael. Now we go back to Clive and Martin for a roundup of the rest of the action from the groups.
Nico Schulz got the Germans off to a flying start in the 12th minute, producing a fine finish from the edge of the box. After another title-winning season with Bayern Munich, Serge Gnabry was the next to get on the score sheet, coolly slotting home from inside the box after an excellent assist from Kroos. Young Gnabry continued his decimation of the North Macedonian defence with another composed finish, this time with an assist from the popular left winger Click to Edit. 10 minutes into the second half and the Germans were at it again, with Cruz dancing and fluttering his way through the North Macedonian defenders like a beautiful Schmetterling. When his shot hit the post, Gundogan looked to tap the ball home, but his effort was nicht gut. Instead, it was the on-form Gnabry who bundled home to complete his hat-trick. Not a pretty goal, but he certainly was not bothered. With a 4-0 lead, the Germans were oozing confidence, so much so that Marco Reus blasted one home from the halfway line. However, as he rolled away to celebrate, he collided with a local officer of the law. Despite Reus's protestations that "es war ein Unfall," the officer was not impressed, issuing a £25 fine for colliding with a member of the constabulary. Nevertheless, this complete capitulation of the North Macedonians by Germany has secured their place in the last 16. Germany 5, North Macedonia 0. Swedish fans might well be calling for Marcusberg to be renamed Iceberg after his cool finish to put the Swedes ahead against Poland. However, after 28 minutes, Mateusz Kilch levelled for the Poles. A somewhat feeble shot dribbled past Olsen in the Swedish goal, who will no doubt feel he should have done better. With all still to play for after 88 minutes, Poland created one last chance, with Zielinski darting down the left wing and sending a dangerous cross into the box, where Grashicki controlled the ball nicely and kept his composure to slot the ball home. Polish pandemonium ensued, with players and fans alike celebrating wildly into the night. Heartbreak for the Swedes, though, who simply didn't turn up on the night. Things ended here: Sweden 1, Poland 2. Having lost their first two games, this final fixture against Spain was Ireland's last chance to try and salvage some honour for their nation. However, everything unravelled just before the break as Alvaro Morata produced one of the goals of the tournament so far, cutting through the Irish defence like an angry bull through the streets of Pamplona. With Irish challenges flying in from left, right and centre, the young man kept his cool to slot home from the edge of the box. Muy bien, e dos cerveza, per favor. It took until the 70th minute for Spain to put the game to bed, with Pena sending a well-aimed pass out to Rodrigo, who had the vision to send the ball into the path of the oncoming Busquets, who slotted home from the edge of the 6-centimetre box. Estupendo! Terrific result here for Spain to take them through to the round of 16. Ireland 0, Spain 2. Well, the only goal in this game between Croatia and Scotland came from Luka Modric, who cut his way through the Scottish defence into the opposition box. Despite his shot lacking power, in a real comedy of errors, the ball was tipped over the line by Scottish goalkeeper David Marshall. Och, either knew. Croatia 1, Scotland 0.
Well, the last of the group games there, and we unfortunately say goodbye to the North Macedonian team, who made their first appearance at the Championships, and to the Republic of Ireland, who sadly go home without a point.
Very sad indeed, Barry. I actually received a text from my friend Troy Keane's wife about this. Do you know Troy, Barry? Troy Keane. TorYkeane. I think he's from Ireland. He's been on this show before. Do you know him, Barry?
Yes, Michael, I know him.
Well, yes. So, Troy Keane, his wife says he's been in a cave on a remote Irish beach for the last 12 hours. Apparently, he's trying to purge the pain in his soul through transcendental meditation.
Well, our thoughts are obviously with him. Are there any final words from you, Michael?
Yes, Barry. I'd just like to say a quick hello to my Uncle Peter, who is watching this evening from his lovely and surprisingly spacious static caravan in Chriel.
In that case, we can take a quick look at the group tables as they stand before the round of 16.
Well, England sneaked through in Group D, managing to get through with just 4 points. Croatia topping the group with 9. We say farewell to Scotland and the Czech Republic. In Group D, it's Spain and Poland who go through, tied at the top of the group on 7 points. And it's farewell to Sweden and Ireland, unfortunately. Finally, in Group F, well, it's Germany and France who go through. A tight group, this. Portugal will be relying on third place results here to go through.
Well, that about wraps it up for our coverage of the group stages. England and Scotland have squeaked through, but they'll face tough opposition in the round of 16. It's an all or nothing game from here on out, so let's just hope they don't pay the ultimate penalty. Good night.